In this lessons for Tutorial Tuesday, we're going to look at control flow, which is going to bring us into logical operators. So let's go ahead and start off with a basic. So you can think of a control flow kind of like a fork in the road. Do I go left? Do I go right? Can I do some? Can't I do something? Something real basic right now. They can get more complicated, but right now we're going to go with this or that kind of logical comparison. So let's think of, in America, of course, we have to be 21 years old to drink alcohol. So let's pretend like we're in a bar. So let's do something like a welcome. Like, welcome to St. Louis Sam's Bar. Okay. All right, basic print statement. It's going to start. Your age, right? That's what we need to know in the bar is your age. So your age will equal, oops, you're going to put this in as an input. We've done this before, right? Input. How old are you? Right? Obviously, we're going to ignore the fact that we got to show licenses. But how old are you? Okay, so you put in your age. Now we're going to start the control flow, okay? And it starts with an if statement. See how it highlights different? Okay, this is not unique to Python. But so in your IDE, of course, we're using Thonny again. It highlights, once you put if in, it knows we're going into a control flow, okay? So if age is greater than, equal to 21, right? Here's a good part to look at. We want to know 21. You can be 21 or older to drink alcohol. So greater than, and we all know this from school, greater than won't do the trick, and equal to won't do the trick. Of course, we're going to do greater than or equal to. Well, what I do want to show you is when we're doing equal to by itself, this is not the operator. If you remember, or if we see right up here, age equals this input. This isn't a logical operator, right? For the logical operator to say if this equals that, or down here we're saying this equals that, we actually have to do two equal signs together, okay? So this is saying if age is equal to 21. This would be, if we didn't have this is just going to give us an error. But if we didn't have this if statement, it would say that age is now 21. You see the difference? All right. So if we took away the if we input age, let's say we put 18 up here in the input, and then we had just this age equal to 21, what would age equal? 21, not 18, right? This is not the logical comparison. This is changing the value of age. Now, if we do this in an if statement, it's just going to give us an error. They understand, the Thonny will understand that it should have a logical operator, not just an equal sign. So when you're doing just the equal sign, you have to do two equals for the comparison between two things. Okay. However, oops, this is greater. That is greater than equal to. We do not have to do this when we're doing greater than equal to. Okay. Here, Thonny understands that we're doing a logical comparison because we have this greater sign plus this equal sign. Okay. So we want to know, are you 21 years or older? Okay. Now you have to put this colon. Okay. You put a colon there, and then your IDE will act accordingly. See how it's indented right here? This is how a control flow statement works, a conditional statement works. This if, put a colon. Then when you press enter, you'll be automatically indent to show that you're inside this if statement. Okay? So what do we put if you are greater than or equal to 21? And buy a drink. Okay? You can put other things in here as well. You can go down and put multiple things that you want to do with this if statement. Okay? Right now, for this basic, very basic conditional statement, we're just going to have this one print statement as part of our if statement. So, what if you're not greater than or equal to 21? That's where we use else. Oops. And as you can see, it didn't light up special because I misspelled it. There we go. Now the if and the else kind of match colors, and that's what we're looking for. Else, we don't have to, for this basic if statement, when we're using just an else, we don't have to put anything in there. What we're telling the program is that anything other than greater than and equal to. Okay? This else covers any possibility other than greater than and equal to. Which what is our possibilities? If it's not greater than and it's not equal to 21, it has to be less than 21, right? So this else knows that anything less than 21 will fall into this statement. Okay? So since that's obvious, we don't have to put anything else there. We can just use an else statement. Later on, we'll have multiple statements coming down for all different kinds of situations, conditions. But in this basic one, just learning the basic conditional statement, all we need is that else. Okay? And you see how it indented. Okay? See, when I don't have the colon, it goes all the way over here because it doesn't understand that this is part of the else statement, right? So I have to have that colon. And then it indents. Okay? So what do we want to say in the else? Let's go ahead and print, sorry, you are not old enough to drink. We've all been there. Okay? This is the basic statement right here. Let's go ahead and save that. So this is the basic statement right here. So let's look at this. Okay. Let's go ahead and run it. Welcome to St. Louis Sam's Bar. How old are you? Let's say I'm 22. And oh, do we see what the issue is? What's the issue? We've done this class before. I have a type error. What's my type error? Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Not supported between instances of string and int. Okay. So, what am I looking at here? What is my actual statement saying? We know this. My age is an input. What data type is an input? It's a string. So then when we come, so string is saved to age. In this instance, the string 22 is saved to age. Now, I'm saying is if the string of 22 is greater than or equal to the integer of 21. And it's telling me right here, I cannot use this comparison operator greater than or equal to between an instance of a string and an integer, right? That's why we have an error. What do we need to do? Some of y'all may have caught this already in the beginning, or at least probably thought it. Probably a good idea. I have to make that an integer, right? All right. Now let's see. Let's save that. How old am I? I'm 22. You can buy a drink. How old am I? I am 20. I'm almost there. Sorry, you're not old enough to drink. Okay. So this is what we're looking at. Just in case, the important thing we looked at is something, everything builds on everything in here. Trust me. You will have type errors, even though how basic it is to understand what data types you're dealing with, you will have a type error creep up on you. And so it's no big deal that something like that happens. The big deal is, can I read it? Can I understand how to fix it? Okay. I'm looking and thinking about conditional statements, right? I'm not thinking about types, and that type got me. I even knew I was going to need to do that, and I left it off on purpose. But when I got that error message, it still surprised me because I was so focused on looking at this that I forgot about that. And I knew what I was going to try to show you that type error. And it still surprised me. Okay. So you'll have that. Okay. So let's look at this. I'm going to go ahead and take you through the long way. And how do we do that? Let's go on into this. Okay. I want to step over the print statement. Bam. I want to step into the input. Okay. So now we're looking at age equals what? Okay. We're looking at the input. The question, how old are you? So it writes that. Okay. Now I'm going to put in, I'm going to make it a little bit longer. So I'm going to go with 20. Okay. It takes the input of 20 within the parentheses, so it's a string. Okay. It sees the int there, makes it a non-string. See, the parentheses are gone. Now it's an integer. Okay. Now we got 20 equals age. Okay, we're there. So let's look. The first part of the conditional statement, if age. So what is age? 20. Over here we have 21. Let's bring it together. It's false. Therefore, we skip over that print statement. Now we don't have to do any more logic in there because the next statement is just an else statement. So it's going to automatically go. If the if statement is false, the else statement is going to print regardless. Okay, so it's looking, well, what are we doing here in this else statement? We're printing, sorry, you're not old enough to drink. And it's done. Okay, so there we go. That is the long way around. Okay, I hope this helps you understand the conditional statement and our comparison operators and how they work. So just to make sure that we understand what we're looking at here, have I will include a slide to go through the 6 basic comparison operators. I hope this helps. Remember, like and subscribe and share these videos if you find them helpful. Any feedback is great. I hope my audio is getting a little bit better. That was a feedback that I've been working on. I took away the music during the coding part. That was a suggestion that I took because I want these videos to be yours to learn with. And so any kind of feedback you have, please go ahead and give that to me. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a good day.